Hey you guys, it's me Jemison at tarothealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly reading. It is going to be for, what's the next sign I'm gonna do? Let's do Aries. And these readings, I'm doing them differently. I'm not saying that it's going to be like this forever, but this is just something I wanted to do for this month, and it's something I was considering for quite some time, because I always feel that even though tarot cards can be used for fortune telling, I feel like they're even better used when they're used as a self-help tool, when they're used as a means of healing ourselves from certain issues, certain problems that we're experiencing or going through. And so I'm not trying to say that these videos that I'm making are not going to have a fortune telling or prediction kind of side to it. It is, but it's more focused on the now, and it's more focused on how, or on what aspect of ourselves we need to heal right now versus, just what's going to happen in the future. So let's see what Leo needs to heal right now. What aspect of your life needs the most healing? Leo. Your card is an interesting one. Is the Raven, which is a messenger of magic, which would be the Magician. So what this is kind of telling me is, being that this has shown up as your healing card, your Magician is almost like where your power lies. So this will almost be asking yourself the question of, how are you using your power? Are you using it in a way that is conducive to you, or are you giving it away to somebody else? Or are you letting your power go to your head in some kind of way and be manipulative? Because the Magician could also kind of have that kind of energy about it. The Magician is also connected with illusion as well, so maybe almost keeping up an appearance for other people, or having other people believe in certain things that you say or do that maybe not be true exactly. The Magician is also how you use your creativity, how you create in the world, what you create in the world, what you produce. Are you producing what you would like to produce in your life? Like, is your life a reflection of how you would want it to be, or is it not? Now, the Magician always comes up with smart ways, or knows smart ways, to get to what he or she wants. And so it's kind of saying, like I mentioned before, is your life a reflection of what it is that you truly want? Now, it's a card that is number one. Number one represents the self, what you want for yourself. So sometimes it can represent being a bit selfish, but it also can represent being, concerned about where you're at, the way the world sees you, the way you put yourself out there. So it's all about those things. Ravens for me usually signify kind of endings in, like, that's just how I've kind of like viewed certain animals. Like ravens sometimes can represent, a, a passing away kind of thing. I'm not saying somebody's gonna pass away, but I'm just kind of saying that this could also have an energy of something that you need to release, basically something that's ending or going. Especially because, to me, I don't know why, but this raven kind of looks like he's waving, even though it's a wing and it's not exactly an arm, but it kind of looks that way. So I don't know if you're moving on to better circumstances or different circumstances, leaving certain things behind. Again, it can have that Magician energy, because maybe you're leaving something behind that you wanted to leave behind, or decided that this is the right time. So it can have a good energy about it as well. So let's see what shows up in the following cards for you of what you need to heal away. You have the Three of Fossils, and the Three of Fossils would be the Three of Pentacles, and these are prairie dogs. Prairie dog. Okay, so what I'm kind of seeing here is, you could be, using your energy at this time to be very creative and working on different projects and different things, maybe to do with connected with your work, or connected with using your talents in some kind of way. The Magician is kind of saying that you're very strong in the things that you are creating at this time, and you may also be around other people that are also supporting you in your creative endeavors. Or I feel like the relationships that you have with others can be very beneficial to you financially, and could be profitable to you. I feel that you work very well as a team, in a team effort, to create really exciting new things, and again, maybe very exciting projects that may be coming your way. But I kind of feel that for you, your cards are almost saying that where the Magician could represent independence is more saying, with this card following, that there's more strength in numbers than there is being by yourself. Even though you are coming to the table with a lot, because the Magician is very capable, like I said, of doing what needs to be done, and having good ideas, and knowing how to get the best outcome out of a situation. Um, but then it's kind of saying, but you can't forget about others in the production process. It's not just all about you, it's also about the team, it's about the group as well. So there's that. So maybe it might be about maybe even forming better bonds with other people that are around you, and maybe not feeling like it's all about you in some kind of way, but you have to sort of reflect, think about others in the decision making process of what you're doing. And that could be a work situation, it could be a personal situation. um let's see what the next card says. Is the nurture of feathers, which would be the Queen of Swords, which is Ibis. And so the Queen of Swords, again, is kind of representing the Queen of Swords. She may not always be the best of, best in terms of a team player so much. Again, she's more of a queen that wants that kind of independence. She uses her intellects to get to what she wants. Because she uses her intellect, she is capable of really, bringing forward some really great ideas and things like that. But the only thing that I'm kind of getting, which can play in a negative, is that I kind of feel, both of these animals on each side are birds. The ones in the middle are not flying animals. And so I almost get the feeling of wanting to separate yourself from the group or from a pack. Um, and it's like you want to separate yourself because you want to go on to better things, or what you feel may be something better. The only thing I kind of see here is I would say, just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't let it be an ego thing that makes you separate yourself from a group that has been helpful to you, or from surrounding yourself with people that have been good to you. At the same time, it could be a situation that maybe you've just outgrown, and maybe you need to move on. Maybe you need that experience. Maybe you've been among these group of people, or something, maybe for too long. Maybe you just need something different. So in that case, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It just depends on what your intentions are behind it all. Um, Yeah, it could be that. Or having to, like they say, leave the nest in some kind of way. And then you have another bird as well, which is the Ace of Feathers, which is the stork. And storks have the whole thing about, delivering babies and things. So it really is connected with new beginnings. So again, and this is a feathers card connecting with the natural feathers. So yeah, you do have to move on. Okay, fair enough. You do have to move on. In October, it's important for you to move on. It's kind of saying, because it's true. I think you have outgrown a situation. It's not a negative at all, like I had mentioned previously. Like, kind of feeling, that maybe it could be like, maybe you're just kind of leaving your friends behind, and they're like, oh, are you leaving, and kind of thing. But then it's kind of saying, yeah, you have to leave. So some of you guys, I kind of feel like you could be leaving a work situation behind. For some of you guys, you might be leaving your friends to maybe go to college, or university, like you're, there's some new step in your life, and because it's connecting with intellect, with like these feathers. So again, I'm kind of feeling something that, you have to leave to study, or you have to leave to work. I think it's, you're being responsible. You're not leaving and being reckless. It's something that you are really, you're ready for, because it's well thought out, and this is a natural process that you had to experience. And so in that way, it's really good. And the Ace of Feathers, does bring about good news for new beginnings. It does bring about clarity, and seeing what you need to do, and being focused on what you need for yourself. And with the nurture of feathers, it's like you're not afraid to leave anything behind, because I feel like, it's not that you don't care about those people that you have left behind. You do care a lot, but it's just that, you just have to progress. So yes. Peace and many blessings to you, Leo. I'll be seeing you. Bye.